So I'm here with my buddy Daniel. What's good?
Hey.
And he's almost like an expert on buildings, right?
I wouldn't say that, no.
Anyway, so me and him, we're going to tell you about a couple of buildings in Abu Dhabi, but not any type of buildings. We would like to share what is, in our perspective, the most 5 funkiest buildings in the capital of the UAE. So we drove around, filmed a couple of buildings, and we're going to tell you all about them now. At Dar HQ, this building right behind me is a well-known Abu Dhabi monument. Not only because of its architectural magnificence, but it's the first circular skyscraper in the Middle East. It's very beautifully shaped, and this shape actually has a significance. The shape of this building actually represents a deeper story. It is in fact often called the dirham building because of its shape. The circular round shape is the dirham coin shaped. However, it is not the reason behind this shape. What the designers were referring to is the deep pearl diving history of the city of Abu Dhabi. And the way you can see that is because this building is shaped like a clam. And obviously it's a sea creature that when opened houses pearls. And that is what divers were looking for because this was their livelihood. And I can personally vouch for that as my grandfather was a pearl diver. Now, unfortunately, this industry is long gone because of different reasons throughout the years. And honestly, I wish I had an opportunity to go through that process to collect pearls, but I've never done it myself. Anyway, moving on to the next building.
Hey guys, so the second landmark we wanted to show you was Etihad Towers. I have them here behind me. It's a set of 5 buildings. Altogether, there are over 500,000 square meters, and it's mixed use. They have residences and offices, and they also have shopping area and eating area below. They show a futuristic view of Abu Dhabi. Its architecture not only points towards the future, but it also recollects ideas of the past, such as sails of the ships and falconry.
Next, we have beautiful buildings of the WTC. Right behind me are 2 beautiful towers. They're shining skyscrapers that look very similar to each other. However, they have 2 different functions. One is a residential tower, which is the taller one right behind me. I'll tell you more about it in a sec. The second one is a office building known as Arab Tech, because the company Arab Tech has its headquarters there. So much about that. I'm gonna tell you more about the taller building, and the design is beautiful. It's kind of a wavy structure, which sounds a bit interesting, but also sometimes you think maybe it's not ideal for a room or a living room, etc. I guess it's to each his own, and maybe people see the creativity in it, but it's definitely one of the funkiest buildings I know here in Abu Dhabi. Regardless though, this building is called Mohammed bin Rashid Tower, and what it's known for is that it's the highest building in Abu Dhabi. And so one thing that should stand out for you about that is if you go to Dubai, and if you are a tourist coming to the UAE for the first time, you will definitely want to visit Burj Khalifa, right? And Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world. We have it right here in Dubai. And what you would notice about it is that it's called Burj Khalifa. And what that refers to is the president of the country, but also the ruler of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed. And so when you compare it, or when you bring it back to Abu Dhabi, you have the tallest tower here named after Mohammed bin Rashid, who is the ruler of Dubai. And his name is put on the tallest tower in Abu Dhabi. So it's kind of a complimentary thing that I really love. But anyway guys, that is it for this building. Let's check out the next one. So for the 2 buildings coming up, I decided to bring you inside because they are located directly on highways, and it will be very noisy for me to record anything outdoors. And building number 4, well, it is not only one building, but 2 buildings that look exactly the same, called Al Bahar Towers. They are located on the eastern road known as the Mangrove Road in Abu Dhabi, and as you drive on the road, you see them, they're striking and very beautiful. But immediately after seeing them, you see the funkiness in them. You know, the shape really strikes you as odd. And if you see the shape, it will not surprise you that people started calling it the pineapple towers. Well, one thing regarding the pineapple towers is that they are very eco-friendly, given very good certification in terms of their energy efficiency as well as water consumption. But apart from that, they have an interesting feature. And if you look closely, you will see those umbrella shaped things that expand and, you know, go back, they close up together in order to let more or less of the sunlight or sun rays into the building. And obviously with a sunny city like Abu Dhabi, what you get is a lot of sunny days during the year. And I guess from both a financial and environmental point of view, you want to reduce the amount of air conditioning that you use because it uses less energy overall. This feature allows the building to save a lot because you don't get as much heat into the building. Anyway, that is building number 4, and it's pretty interesting, I think. So building number 5, it is Abu Dhabi Capital Gate Tower. And what is impressive about this tower is not only its sheer size, but its very obvious inclination. And with an incline of 18 degrees, it is the world's most leaning tower in the world. So take that, Pisa Tower in Italy. But ladies and gents, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. It took me several days to put it all together because of different locations of these buildings, but I hope it gave you an insight of all these buildings that we have in Abu Dhabi. Very beautiful, very decorative, and very interestingly shaped. So here goes, 5 most funkiest buildings in Abu Dhabi. It was nice doing that. Have a good day, guys. See you on the next one.